Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lithuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. Yazi ukuthi emveni kwama allegations abekwa Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi ngomhla ka6 ku July 2025 ngomhla ka13 July uPresident Cyril Ramaphosa wasazisa njengesizwe ukuthi uMinister uSenzo Mchunu umbeke ku leave of absent. Nama ngiyazi isho ukuthini, kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi una wonke ama benefits wakhe atholwa umuntu osuka uMinister. Wayesebeka uActing Minister Firoz Cachalia. Eqinisweni nje lilonke la eSouth Africa sikhokhela ominister ababili bamaphoyisa ngoba phela uminister uSenzo Mchunu usathola ipaycheck yakhe nama benefits wakhe wonke, no minister Firoz Cachalia uthola ama benefits wakhe. Izolo beka seParliament lapho bekaphendula khona imibuzo. Into ayenzile imibuzo obuhamba phambili obuzwe Honorable Matthias lo EFF owokuthi istaff lese besisebenza noMinister uSenzo Mchunu usenze njani, ngabe usixoshile okanye usebenza naso okanye uqashe omunye umuntu. Ngale nje kokubambelela ngifisa ukucaphunela lo meeting kuzothi ekugcineni ngoba khona umuntu appointile ukuthi uzobe yini lokho uzokuzwa kwivideo, kodwa ngifisa ukuthi uma eseqedile ukuchaza lokho ebese ngikucaphunela noma ngikuchazele ngalomuntu amqokile ukuthi akasebenzisane naye. Ngicela ukucaphunela yena ke njengoba bekhuluma lapha eParliament ukuku-update awazi kwenzakalani. Ngiyazi ukuthi ifocus yabantu ikule case ikule Madlanga Commission ngoba phela uGeneral Mkhwanazi wethula ubufakazi lapho, kodwa izinto azimile ziyaqhubeka and noma isiphi isinqumo noma iziphi izinto inqumo abayithathayo eParliament zizos-affecta nathi. Ngicela ukuthi uze ukuthi ngesikhathi ebuzwa imibuzo eParliament uphendule wathini kwathiwani kuye ebese emveni kwalapho sobe sesiyakhuluma. Ngiyacela kusubscribe ku channel, like ivideo, comment, ushare nabanye.
Honourable members, we now move on to question number 941, which has been asked by the Honourable Matthias to the Acting Minister of Police. The question is whether he appointed new support staff when he assumed office as Acting Minister of Police. If not, what is the position in this regard? If so, what has happened to the staff who previously served in the ministry? The Honourable Acting Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker and honourable members. My apologies for not having been in the House yesterday. I was at a cabinet retreat in Tshwane, presided over by the President, and today at a cabinet meeting also presided over by the President. But it's an important matter that you raised, Deputy Speaker, and I wonder if this matter couldn't be addressed between your office and the Presidency going forward. Because I take my accountability to the House very seriously. Thank you, Honourable Member, for this question. I have not appointed new staff in terms of the ministerial handbook. I am, however, in the process of appointing a special advisor in terms of Section 12A of the South African Public Service Act 1994, which makes provision for the executive authority to appoint persons under contract to advise on matters relating to their powers and duties. Ministers are limited to appointing 2 full-time advisors. Since only one position was filled at the time of my appointment, one position was vacant. That is my response, Deputy Speaker.
I'll take a follow-up questions.
Thank you. Please allow me, Honourable Mkhaliphi. Thank you, Honourable Acting Minister. The first supplementary question will be asked, according to my papers, Honourable Matthias, but I see that it is Honourable Mkhaliphi who will take the question. Please proceed.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Your apology is not accepted. You were supposed to come to the House. Don't be lazy. We are dealing with serious issues here. Deputy Speaker, in light of your confirmation that we have appointed new support staff in the ministry while you're serving in it, It's an acting capacity. Could you explain how these appointments are justified against the backdrop of South African Police Service severe resources constraint, including ongoing budget cuts, police stations at a decade stage, shortages of vehicles to respond to crime scenes, and broader infrastructure backlogs? How does the ministry reconcile spending on a new administrative staff with the urgent operational needs on the ground? And what measures have been put in place to ensure that limited resources are prioritized towards frontline policing? And what happened to those people that were there before you come? So did you fire them? Are you increasing unemployment in this country as an acting minister? We are not responsible at all. Thank you.
The Honourable Acting Minister.
Thank you for the response. I made it very clear in my response that I have not replaced the existing staff in my office. They are all currently in position. And secondly, that I've only taken steps to appoint one special advisor because there was a vacancy in that position, and I'm entitled to do so in terms of the ministerial handbook. Thank you.
The second supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Mokoena.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. We are making a comment instead of a question, given that the matter of appointing staff in the Minister's office is a practice that is provided for in the Public Service Act, the Public Service Regulation, as well as Ministerial Handbook of the Executive, to follow in appointing staff in their offices. We are, however, confident that when the acting minister consider appointing staff into his office, should the need arise, will be guided by the provision of our laws and Ministerial Handbook. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Acting Minister, that was not a question, only a comment, so we will proceed, except if you perhaps want to comment on the comment.
No, thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. I see there is a hand at the back. Honourable Member, what is your point of order? Honourable Member, your point of order, please. You were raising your hand, but we will proceed. This third supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Schikkerling.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Good afternoon, Acting Minister. Can you please explain how changes or the absence of change in your support staff have impacted the functioning and efficiency of the ministry, and to what extent these decisions were influenced by the need for continuity, considerations of cost effectiveness, or political discretion? Thank you.
The Honourable Acting Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Member, for the question. All of those considerations are, of course, pertinent to the decisions that I have to make. All I can say is that for the time being, I have decided not to replace any of the existing staff, except to appoint a special advisor, Mr. Gareth Newham, into a position that is vacant, to avoid, as far as possible, incurring additional costs. Thank you.
The last supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Skosana.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. What objective criteria in strict compliance with the Ministerial Handbook and the Public Service Regulation did the acting minister apply removing staff, or what process have you applied to employ the very person we are talking about? Has the minister had any inquiry been done in relation to Mkunu's support staff, considering the allegations leveled against their principal? Is there any indication that due to the close working relationship, they may have been aware of his alleged conduct? And finally, in the event that Mkunu is dismissed, what will their employment status be? Thank you.
The Honourable Acting Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Member. I'm a little bit unclear about whether you are asking me why I have not removed members or not. But let me try and clarify. yes, I have not made any decisions to reassign any of the staff who worked under the previous minister's office. For the time being, I have made one appointment, as I'm entitled to do, of Mr. Gareth Newham, or it's in the process of being implemented, who is one of the most, in my judgment, one of the most expert policy analysts of policing and safety and security. And I'm thrilled, in fact, that he has agreed to act, to be appointed in this capacity. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Acting Minister. We move on to question 889, which has been asked by the Honourable Sokanyile to the Minister of Defence and Military Veterans. Yes, Honourable Skosana.
The minister again has not answered the criteria which he applied. He has not answered me. What criteria has he applied to have that person is talking about? Thank you.
I will allow that because that was a very specific question, Acting Minister. Is it possible for you to reply to that, to the specific criteria you applied in appointing your special advisor?
Yes, thank you, Deputy Speaker. I made it very clear in my response that I was acting in terms of Section 12A of the South African Public Service Act of 1994, as well as the provisions of the Ministerial Handbook. And I explained that in my judgment, he is among the most qualified persons on policing in the country, having been employed in the Institute of Security Studies for many years. He is about the most esteemed researcher in this field. And he also worked with me when I was the MEC of Community Safety in Gauteng many years ago, where he did an excellent job. Thank you very much.
Your friend.
Thank you, Honourable Acting.
Uzwile uminister ushilo wathi aka-replaceanga muntu. Shuthi staff lese besikhona esasisebenza nominister Senzo Mchunu sisesekhona kunjalo. Umbuzo kodwa ahlulekile ukuphendula noma uSikhosana ephinde ubuza isibili ukuthi usebenzise yipi criteria, muphi umthetho emthethweni ekhona. Kodwa yena into ayishilo uthe uvale a vacant seat, bekune seat vacant lapha. Yeah, so awuthi-ke ngikuchazele ngalomuntu lo okuyena amfake kuleya position. Njengoba umzwile ukuthi umuntu amrecommendayo nami ethembayo. Kodwa uma umgugula lo uGareth Newham wakhona bathi uyi-head of governance, crime and justice division, wajoin i-Institution for Security Studies ngoJanuwari ka-2010. Prior to this, wasebenza as a strategy and policy advisor to a Gauteng Provincial Minister of Community Safety from 2006. So ngempela ke lo muntu lo unayi experience yokuba yi-advisor, especially kulo mkhakha lo, because umsebenzi kaminister vele ukudila nepolice nama-policies. Uyabona nje labathi before joining governance, he worked in criminal justice program at the Center of Study for Violence and Reconciliation for 7 years. Gareth hold a master's degree in public and development management from the University of Witwatersrand. Iyaziwa ngokuthi Wits University. Ya bengithi angikulethela umbone lo muntu wazi futhi ukuthi unamapha ama-qualification. Yena mawubheka ngokwama qualifications anawo ukulungela ukusebenza kulo msebenzi, kodwa esingaziki ukuthi kusemthethweni noma akukho semthethweni na uqashwa kwakhe. Futhi uma ngabe bekuyipost vacant angiboni mina ukuthi kungane inkinga. Into engasibe inkinga manje ile yokuthi icabinet leli litheli likhulu, abantu bekhala ukuthi likhulu, kwaphinde futhi kwa-edwa abantu. Buka ukuthi ku-edwe yena. Phela uMr Senzo Mchunu usekhona, kwaphinde kwa-edwa yena uMinister Firoz Cachalia, usephinde wa-edwa umngane wakhe manje. Uyabona ukuthi imali ezophuma ngenyanga, imali ephuma njalo kuma-taxpayers ekhokhela labantu iningi. kanti kube nje nabe kuzophuma uminister usenzo Mchunu. Into engixaka mina kunabo deputy minister abayi2 ushutha akekho noyedwa bengasebenza as advisor. Hayi labantu laba I think ngisho nje ba useless. Why funeka babe khona uma bengezu? Why futhi kuze kulandwe yena le ukuthi azo act as uminister bebe khona bona? Khombisa khona ukuthi ba useless. Asibambe le video ngicela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho la ku comment section. Ungasupporta ngokujoin membership, ungasupporta ngokusidonate khona account kwi comment ephiniwe. Mina nawe sidibane kwi video landelayo. Ngiyabonga.